Welcome back to ICT Trading Concept. How are you all? I'm very fine. And today is a new day. I thought that actually I don't need to make this video, but later I don't know why I was thinking you really don't know how to mark the fair value gap, which will be used later. I mean, when I have shown you the fair value gap, you gave me the answer. I mean, the reply, and from the reply, I have decided. I know I knew that you already know how to use the fair value gap, but I was thinking, do you know how to mark the fair value gap beforehand? Which fair value gap is important for me? So because of this tension, I decided to make this video. I want to show you how you will know beforehand this fair value gap will be used for later. Though I have already talked about this, you all know about the breakaway gap, but there is something, this is the time to go much more deeper. Okay, so I hope if you watch until the end, you will learn how to use the fair value gap except the breakaway gap. Breakaway gap is something, but I'm gonna give you something which is more deeper. Okay, it is kind of deep price action. So you are learning. Sorry for long introduction, but I have to talk some. I have to say you something which is very important as well. When yesterday I have uploaded, the Twitter. You saw the Twitter actually. So I got some reply actually from some of my brother. I really care about you guys. Please don't think this is offensive. So there is a problem when you already know ICT stuffs and you come here. You are taking my tips. Whatever you say, please don't think something personal. Okay, I will just talk by myself. When you will take the tips or the strategy from me and you will try to use the strategy with your understanding, then it will be a problem. You will you you can't learn that way. I guarantee you. I, just trust me, you can't learn that way. What I mean by that, you have already learned so many things from ICT himself, and if you see it is profitable, you can use this his strategy by your learning, by your understanding. And whenever you do the paper trade or some kind of trading and you saw, okay, it is profitable, then just stop learning. Stop learning, you need nothing else because you are already profitable. But if you see that you actually don't understand the ICT stuffs clearly and then you are here, you have to forget everything. Like, I am going with you guys every day and I am showing you how to use ICT stuffs. I'm not showing you my stuff. Yeah, though I have told you about the macro is totally different. If you would like to know about macro, that is totally different. I learned that by myself, so I'm not telling you that that is ICT stuff or someone else stuff. But except micro, not micro, it's macro. Except, oh man, except macro, whatever you are learning over here, that is all ICT stuff, and that stuff actually my understanding of his teaching. Okay, so I'm gonna teach you by my understanding, I'm not gonna teach you by your understanding. So if you would like to learn from here, you have to forget everything, and I am showing you every day step by step how you will go from bottom to top. That is very important to understand, guys. And if you can't cope up with me, then that will slow you down. Okay, you will learn. I know you will learn, but you will learn slowly, because you have an understanding and you are gonna match your understanding with your expectation. I'm not providing my information to you depending on your expectation. I'm doing this by my speed. Okay, that is the thing. So it's a very long introduction, but at the end of this introduction, I'm telling you this was very important to tell you. That's why I told you. So let's go to the video. Actually, I'm gonna waste your 1 more minute before going to the chart. I actually I tweeted this. Can anyone tell me how did I know that 1 minute fair value gap will be so important? I screenshot this tweet. I have tweeted this. Then I asked you, Do you know how actually it will work? I mean, why I have marked this fair value gap, a specific fair value gap? Just that was your exam, and from there actually I have got an answer from I mean Hans. He told me that it has taken the liquidity with a shallow run. I will discuss everything later, but I'm just showing you this. If it wanted to go lower, that fair value gap is supposed to act as a I fair value gap. Nobody is close above. It failed, went above. Now, to be balanced, it needed to trade the upper or CE of the on mid fair value gap and went above to the most clear liquidity, those three equal heights. So that was the answer I was actually expecting, because I taught you this thing. Okay, only this. Whatever he told over here, I taught you this. So that was my expectation, and I'm really grateful, Hans. And I know there's someone also gave me the reply, but that was the perfect one. Okay, so I will go to the chart now, and I'm gonna use the reply mode because there is so many price action over here. I don't need that one to explain this. Let's go. Okay, beforehand, when this candle didn't appear, I mean this last two candle, I marked this one, this low and this low, and I just tweeted this. Just look at the price action, what it has done. Okay, it went above, cleared the buy side liquidity, retest the order block, came here and has made this type of trend line. So I was expecting that it will take the liquidity and it will trade this hourly fair value gap. For it was the expectation from hourly fair value gap. So let's go to the 1 minute chart. When it has actually broken, just let it, okay, over here. So I'm just using the replay mode. Okay, so this was the trend line. Okay, from the hourly chart, I mean the red line. When it has broken over here, immediately I just removed that on and went to the 1 hour fair value gap again and marked this sell side liquidity. So when price was over here, it didn't clean this sell side liquidity. This sell side liquidity I have just marked. Okay, from hourly chart, if you go here, this is the sell side liquidity. I just marked it, and price was over here. Over here, it didn't clean the sell side yet. In that moment, I have marked this 1 minute fair value gap. This 1 minute fair value gap, and I have also marked this 1 minute fair value gap. I will talk about these two fair value gap. Okay, why this two fair value gap is important for me. So let's see what actually price did. I was expecting price will come to this hourly fair value gap. Okay, so when price actually came lower, that was the shallow run. As I mean, Hans told that it came down and it was the shallow run. Okay, so that is the expectation. Later price will come here and it will clean the sell side liquidity, and it will, as my expectation, price will go and come to this hourly fair value gap. So I marked this fair value gap, and I told you, please keep it to your chart, because this, I think it has a great role to play. Okay, now look at the price action over here. I will go from the starting now. Okay, PM session has started from here, this one. What price actually did? Price at the lunch hour, price was here. It has traded the hourly fair value gap. It has traded over there, came down. It has went over there, try to go lower. It has made the relatively equal lows. You see this low and this low, they're relatively equal low. It went higher, made the equal low, try to go higher, failed to go higher. See, this high is going to be important. Why? Because when this high was, I mean it appeared over here, it wasn't important. But when next time price went there and failed to go higher than this high, instead of that, it has made the relatively equal high. This high is going to be very important. Now look closely what it has done. Okay, I'm just showing you. Though it has made the relatively equal low, but it has taken, if you see closely, it has taken the sell side liquidity, and then this was a very good run. Now I told you at the beginning of this video, I'm going to deep price action, not the overall. Okay, you don't try this one right now, you will do it later, but right now I'm just giving you the way you will learn. Okay, but it will take time, trust me. Now there is no market structure shift. It has taken the sell side liquidity, went higher. That was a very energetic run, but there was no market structure shift in my opinion. So this fair value gap is not important for me yet. I didn't have this fair value gap yet. This, when I have seen this run, it came down, it started to going higher. Where did it came? It has come this fair value gap. I marked this fair value gap. I am expecting that this time price will go higher and it will take this buy side liquidity. Okay, that's why I just marked that fair value gap. Now look how this fair value gap is going to be very important for me. I'm just going step by step. Okay, price came from this hourly fair value gap high low over here. It went higher, come back here, take the liquidity, sell side liquidity, started to go high, failed to go higher. Instead of that, it has made this equal highs, came lower, started to go again higher. Okay, I am just watching all of this candle, and I have seen it actually came to this fair value gap. If I have seen this is there is a market structure shift, then you all of you know this is the breakaway gap, but there is no market structure shift. When there is no market structure shift, this gap is not important for me yet. But when price actually came here and we started to go higher, failed to take the liquidity, instead of that it went through this fair value gap. Look at the price. Okay guys, try to understand why this fair value gap has started to important for me. It went through this gap. Still now this fair value gap is not important for me. Still now when I have seen this is not important for me yet. Now look at what price did. It came lower, it has cleaned this relatively equal lows. Okay, I mean the sell side liquidity, it has cleaned this. Now it started to go higher again. Where this is your buy side liquidity. Now one high, two high, three high. All of the retail trader, they had already marked this as a, I mean the zone, I mean the resistance zone. Okay, so there is the liquidity right now. And also look at the price, it's already inside this, inside the PM session. So price came and take all of the liquidity, started to go higher with a very energetic run. You see this candle, they're very energetic. It started to go higher, and where did it stop? To this fair value gap. You see this fair value gap has started to getting importance. Okay, look at the bodies, it didn't close above the fair value gap. Yeah, there is a little wick, I don't care about the wick. I don't care about all of this fair value gap, because this fair value gap is now getting important. So I don't need this all of this fair value gap, I don't need this. And look at the previous price action, there is no fair value gap which you can mark as the importance. Okay, I mean when price is inside the I mean inside the range, what can I say, the PM session. Sorry, I had a phone, so I was just distracted. There was no fair value gap important. This is the first fair value gap where price respected and failed to take the buy side liquidity. Instead of that, it went through this fair value gap and come back again to this fair value gap. Where did it go? It went lower, take the sell side liquidity from hourly chart. See how this fair value gap has important, I mean getting importance. Now this fair value gap is very important. It is not balanced. Why? Because it didn't reject the price from the consequent encroachment. Always whenever you will see some kind of fair value gap, you will mark it. You have to mark the consequent encroachment. Okay, it is always important. It didn't reject from the consequent encroachment or the lower part. If you can say, brother, this is also the rejection. Yeah, if you look at this rejection, you can take it, but I need some kind of, I mean good run lower, then I mean tap to the what can I say, the lower part, then this, then it will be balanced for me. But this is, I mean this is not clear run. When I will talk about I will talk over here, you will understand. So when it went through this and take the sell side liquidity, why I have marked this fair value gap, and I told you this fair value gap is going to play a, I mean a big role. Okay, why I have marked this fair value gap? When price was over here, I noticed this fair value gap. Before here, I didn't mark this fair value gap. Why I have marked this fair value gap? Look, when price came here, take the sell side liquidity, it went higher again. What price has done over there? It went lower, take the sell side liquidity, went higher. You didn't have any market structure shift over there. You don't have the market structure shift over there, but there was your fair value gap. What should market do? It should come to this fair value gap and started to go higher. Did it do it? No. It went through this. Like the price came through this from here. It just came through this. Now this fair value gap is getting importance. Price came here, take the sell side liquidity, went it went above. Now this is the breakaway gap. If you mark the market structure shift, whatever you will mark, this is the breakaway gap. Later it will be used. And now look at this fair value gap. When price went through this, it came to this fair value gap to the consequent encroachment, and that was the run. You can take your entry over here, but I didn't take my entry over there. Why? Because that was the news. I mean, what news was that? That was the FOMC news, something like that. Now, this is the fair value gap from previous price action. You already remember how it getting importance. You already know that, okay? So when price went through this fair value gap, now I am expecting this fair value gap will be balanced now. It is the time to be balanced this price. This fair value gap. Are you getting the point, guys? Let me know, okay? To the comment box, let me know that you are getting the point, okay? So when I have seen this, now it has to make this fair value gap balanced. That was the buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. I got my sell side over here. Now I need the rejection either from the consequent encroachment or from the upper level of this fair value gap, okay? Price actually came here and it has tried, 2 to 3 times, whatever. It has tried to break this low, but look at the bodies. All of the bodies closed inside this fair value gap, and finally it closed where? To the consequent encroachment. Now I told you over here that that is not actually balanced price range for me. Why I did tell that? Look, when price went to the consequent encroachment, or look at when it has traded over there, it has a run here. This is a very clean run, okay? Why this run? Because it is showing me that price will go through this fair value gap, but look at the run over here. It is very small, and I don't actually believe this kind of run. This is the energetic run. When price came back again to the consequent encroachment, and I was I took my entry over there. I added more over there. Why? Because I saw this fair value gap has respected at the news time, and this fair value gap will now work. That was my belief. That was the belief for my strategy, okay? So this one will is going to be balanced now. Where is your buy side liquidity? Here is your buy side liquidity. How did it will balanced? When it will reject the price from consequent encroachment or the upper level, and it will take the buy side liquidity, it will be balanced. That was my belief, okay? So actually I took my entry over there and I got stopped out because I placed my the what can I say, the stop loss to the break even. Then price actually came to the water block level again. That's why I got stopped out, but immediately I take the re-entry. You have seen I add the video at the beginning of this lecture today. So price actually came back to the water block level, and look where it came. It came to the upper level of this fair value gap. It came over there and boom. See? Now is it clear now why this fair value gap is important, why you have kept this fair value gap, and why this one? I think if it is not clear, just go back, start from the beginning. It will be clear for you guys how one fair value gap getting importance step by step. You will learn that. Now you already know how to use the fair value gap, and you are going to learn how you will mark one specific fair value gap, which is gonna be very important for you. So that's all for today, and I hope it will be helpful for you. If you think it's good and you are new, please subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, comment below, and share the videos. Thank you guys. See you. Bye bye.